What knowledge might save your life one day? If a rhino is running towards you, wait until the last second, then sidestep out of the way. Rhinos cannot make sudden turns and will give you a couple seconds head start to run in the other direction. Repeat as necessary. If you ever use boiled linseed oil to treat wood, don't leave soaked rags lying in the trash. They oxidize, and after a few hours can self-combust. If you ever fall, get pushed down from the platform onto the rails at a subway station, try to roll under the platform. Many stations have space there, like little overhang, for exactly that reason. If you are ever bitten by a bat, raccoon, fox, or skunk, go directly to the hospital. There is no cure for rabies once it is fully onset. EMT here. If you're ever choking on food in a public venue, do not go to the restroom to avoid causing a scene. Almost every death I've seen from people choking are found unconscious in a bathroom stall because they were too polite to seek help. If you're a pedestrian and crossing a street, if you can see the sun's reflection on the windshield of a car, there's a good chance the driver cannot see you. If you're first in line at an intersection, look both ways before going when the light turns green. You never know when someone is going to run a red light. Female heart attack symptoms are often different than those commonly described, and women commonly assume they are just fatigued, or have the flu and die as they do not seek medical treatment. Uncomfortable pressure, squeezing, fullness or pain in the center of your chest. It lasts more than a few minutes, or goes away and comes back. Pain or discomfort in one or both arms, the back, neck, jaw or stomach. Shortness of breath with or without chest discomfort. Other signs such as breaking out in a cold sweat, nausea or lightheadedness. As with men, women's most common heart attack symptom is chest pain or discomfort. But women are somewhat more likely than men to experience some of the other common symptoms, particularly shortness of breath, nausea, vomiting and back or jaw pain. Women are more likely to lack chest pain. Instead, they may experience shortness of breath, pressure or pain in the lower chest or upper abdomen, dizziness, lightheadedness or fainting, upper back pressure or extreme fatigue. If you or a woman you know is fatigued, out of breath, has jaw pain and neck tension, feels nauseous, etc., they may be suffering a heart attack. Chest and left arm pain is not a universal symptom. Edit: panic attack symptoms often mimic heart attack symptoms. If you have chronic incidents where it feels you are having a heart attack, especially if you are cleared by an EKG or a cardiologist, it is possible anxiety is the true source. In this case, psychologists and psychiatrists are ideal for helping you identify, manage and overcome your symptoms as well as providing techniques to prevent future panic attacks. If you ever are kayaking and become pinned upside down, swim down deeper into the water to escape the kayak. You may not be able to flip it over. If you fall into cold open water, resist the urge to swim and try to float until the onset of panic subsides. Once you have your breathing under control, you can then start to swim to safety. By doing this, you will not hyperventilate and avoid potentially drowning. When you go into a building, look for an exit that is not the one you used to come in. In an emergency, most people will head out their original exit, but you will head out of the exit less traveled. And it may make all the difference. If you're ever charged by a moose, get behind a tree. They have about a 10-inch blind spot and they'll lose you. If you have to get through a locked door, don't charge into it with your shoulder. Instead, kick it straight on next to the doorknob handle. This has a much better chance of breaking the lock. Edit: it's better to mule kick the door next to the lock instead of facing forward while you kick. It's safer for you and you can apply better force that way. Never use bleach and ammonia-based cleaning products at the same time, in the same room. A combination of both their vapors creates chloramine vapor which can kill you if inhaled. Check your cleaning supplies to see what's in them, especially toilet and tile cleaners. If you've been buried alive in a standard coffin, stay calm. If you are alive, you haven't been buried that long. Also, the dirt above you hasn't set yet. Most coffins are not built to last once buried and as a result of weak siding. So here is what you do. Pull your shirt over your head. You don't want to be swallowing dirt. Position yourself so you are as sideways in the coffin as possible with hands and feet pushing on the long sides. Push. You should be able to blow out one of the walls. Start crawling up. Do not panic. You may not find a grip immediately. Always leave your itinerary with someone. If you meet strangers, that is, potential bad people, on the road, always let them know that you are in touch with friends and family and that they know exactly where you are. You become less attractive as a victim. Edit, always let strangers know that you have a destination and are expected at a particular time, too. Don't underestimate rabies, ever. It won't kill you in the coming weeks, but it'll 100% kill you when it incubates and the symptoms start. This must-read comment about rabies is already popular, but not popular enough. IMO, www.reddit.com web link. If you call 911, always say where the problem is first, followed by the problem. If you happen to get cut off before you can say what the problem is, at least the dispatcher has a location to send an officer to check it out and advise if more police or fire is needed. Example. Operator, 911, where is your emergency? You, help, I am being stabbed, disconnect. Versus. Operator, 911, where is your emergency? You, 742 Evergreen Terrace, help, I am disconnect. Location, location, location. If your car is going underwater, an electronic roll-down button will work regardless of the water pressure outside the car, but a manual handle is much more difficult. You also won't be able to open the door. It's better to have something in the glove box, like an ice scraper, to break the glass with. Mythbusters did a whole thing on it. If you are in danger or in need of help, in a public place, it's almost always a bad idea to just yell help. It's more important to be specific. Pointing at someone and telling them to call 911 will be more effective. The bystander effect can be a real bitch sometimes. When you're staying in a hotel, take the time to read the diagram on the back of the door showing where the emergency escape route is. Take your room key with you if you leave the room in an emergency, as you might need to get back. Have your shoes on when the flight you're on is landing or taking off. Statistically, that's when bad stuff happens and you don't want to be in bare feet for an evacuation. If someone is choking, ask them, are you choking? Bear with me. If they can answer you, they're not choking. If they can't, you can go straight to the Heimlich maneuver. If you're accidentally poisoned with methanol, ethanol is an effective treatment as medical help isn't immediately available. Don't get the drinks from the same place that poisoned you in the first place. Never mix bleach and glass, window cleaner, ammonia. 120 people will get bowel cancer in their lifetime. You need some sort of screening starting at age 45-50 depending on your family history. Any blood in the stool needs to be checked out. Early cancers can be completely cured with keyhole surgery. You don't have to die of bowel cancer. When people say to take an aspirin to help during a heart attack, chew the pill, don't swallow it whole. It gets absorbed much quicker. If someone is trying to abduct you, fight back. Most abductors will just give up if they meet resistance. And whatever you do, don't let them take you to another location. If you're alone and start choking with nobody around to give you the Heimlich, you can give yourself the Heimlich by using the back of a chair, or similar objects like the side arm of a couch or whatever. Forcefully throw your stomach over the back of the chair a few times. Try to mimic the motion of the Heimlich. Push in above the belly button, then up. kind of like a J motion. In Australia you can always make calls to 000 regardless of whether you have signal, credit. Your mobile will use any available network to connect you. Edit. You will also connect to emergency services if you ring 911 999. Edit 2. I did not include all countries as I was not completely sure if it does work in all countries. And those people saying about the Outback, yes, your mobile won't work out there at all because there is fuck all out there. If you are going to the Outback, please make sure you are adequately prepared for an emergency, because even if by some miracle your call gets through, it would be hours before emergency services could get to you.